Hey guys, gonna try and do a quick tool review right now on a Matco light I just got right here. I know that I talked to some of you guys about some Harbor Freight tools and whatnot, trying to get a hold of them. I need them actually, but I haven't had a chance to get down there and get them. So been super busy lately, but I'm gonna try and knock out one quick little video right now and get it out to you guys. Right here's the little bi-weekly flyer that it came in. It's from September 3rd to 25th, 2016, issue number 18. This is just one of their little sales flyers, all the discount tools. Right there. 110 bucks, seems like a lot, but it's definitely worth it. Right here's the box that it comes in, just a little cardboard box, nothing too fancy or special. It's number MHHFL is the part number, or technically part letter. So when you first get it, obviously you get the light, 4-foot micro USB charging cable, same as any charger you own household pretty much. Micro USB on one end, regular USB on the other. And you also get a charger for it. Just has a little USB plug in it, and that's about it. I've owned this light for about 2 days now. Obviously, Matco Man comes on Mondays, and today is Wednesday. So I've gotten to use it for about 2 days now, and I love it. But these little parts come in little plastic bags, so obviously I don't have that, but I still have the box. Here's the light. As you can see, it's just got a little hook, LED handle. It's red and black, 2-piece plastic design. Some of the specs on it though, it's got a 15-watt COB LED lights. I think the COB means the type of LED they use. Usually if you see them as yellow, that's COB. It stands for chip on board instead of the standard little LED diode, kind of like that little light right there, the indicator light. But it's 500 lumens, which is awesome. That's quite a bit for a little handheld battery light. I know you can buy headlamps and stuff that are like 800 to 1000 lumens, but for a little tiny handheld light like this does the job. It's got a 3.7 volt 2200 milliamp battery in it. The magnet on the end is rated at a 20-pound holding strength, and I would totally believe it. I mean, this thing, it's awesome. I mean, it stays strong. One bad thing about working in fabrication is you do get metal dust on it. So I never put it on anything painted or anything nice and fancy, because chances are it's got some on it and it'll scratch it. So it's something to keep an eye on. I know a lot of guys are mechanics and don't usually have to deal with that much metal dust and whatnot, but it's something to keep an eye on anytime you have something magnetic. The little swivel for it though, it'll swivel 30 degrees side for side, but it's got 360 degrees of rotation, and it's got this little collar on it that tightens down. You just loosen it up and this will flop any way you want it. I just kind of leave it tight because I don't move it too much, so it keeps it nice and stiff. But it only weighs 8 ounces, so it's freaking light, and it's about 15 inches long, just a little under. So it's not a big hindrance. It doesn't get in the way. It's nice and skinny. So I figured it'd be nice for working underneath the dash of cars instead of trying to carry in a corded LED light or anything like that. I can just kind of throw this on the ground on the floorboard and go to work underneath the dash and not have to fight with a cord or hold a pin light in my mouth, because those just things just get nasty and it sucks. It's a pain in the ass a lot of times, so this thing helps out a lot. Just going over some of the features on it, it's got this little swiveling hook like I showed you earlier. Obviously it's got the light, it's got an indicator LED for charging, and it's got a little rubber grommet covering up the charging port on it, which is nice to keep dust out. It's got the switch, which is also the dimmer, and the magnet on the end. So not much to it, it's a light. Here's a demonstration of it working. So as you can see, it's got crazy adjustability on it, which is one of the biggest selling points on it for me, because a lot of times when dealing with LED lights in a car business and you're dealing with something up close, it can almost be a hindrance because they're almost too bright and they just make everything white and makes it harder to see. So with the dimmable capabilities of this light, I can turn it down and not be blinded by a lot of stuff, especially if you're under a hood of a custom car that's got everything chrome plated or polished and everything's a mirror basically. So it can be a pain in the ass when dealing with super bright lights that are shining in your eyes all day, and it'll just get annoying. So that's one of the awesome features of this light, and that's also how you turn it on and off. Right now we're in my garage with no lights on, garage doors down, and here you can see how powerful this little light is just with lighting up the garage. I mean, this thing's awesome. Super bright, 500 lumens. It's more light than you probably ever need. I mean, even if you went hiking or anything like that, you carry this with you. I mean, it's an awesome light. It's nice and lightweight, very sleek, slim design, and it's not bulky. You don't want to, like, it's not heavy like a big mag light or anything like that. It's lightweight, and it's just powerful. I've left this thing on for several hours laying underneath the car since I've had it, and I've yet to drain the battery. And I don't think that it's been I haven't charged it since I bought it about 2 days ago, and I've used the piss out of it. So I think, I mean, according to that, it's got a pretty good battery life. I've yet to see it die, so we'll find out just how long this thing lasts. Now it's time for me to do my nightly bitching about stuff I would change about it if I were to design it. For one, it's not so much a design error, more as like, I guess maybe quality control or what, but when you turn it on and it's really dark, you can notice a little bit of light coming out through the seam where the two pieces of plastic meet. It's more bad like right up in this area. You can kind of see a little difference in the gap, which really, I mean, it's not going to affect anything whatsoever. It's just one of the little things that kind of bugs me, but that's kind of OCD, I guess. That's just me bitching, pretty much. So another thing, the hook on the end. I would put an actual hook so you can put it through like a hole or something like that instead of this, because if you're underneath the car, you got to find like a bolt or a stud hanging off to hang this on, versus you can hook it on pretty much anything. So I'd maybe do like some of their other lights have like a little plastic hook on it that swivels. That would be awesome on this, but make it out of metal, because metal's better than plastic. I'm hard on my tools and I don't want that thing to break. So, but that's what the magnet's for. So I mean, with as strong as this magnet is, 9 times out of 10 there's something around there you can put it on. If you're working on a car on a lift, you can attach it to the lift, things like that, frame rail, anything. So again, that's just kind of me bitching. But one of the last things, which I think would be an actually good feature for this light, instead of having the on-off switch built into the dimmer and then having to crank it all the way up until it's at full blast if you're using that a lot, because if you're turning it off and on a lot, that can be a pain in the butt. I would say put like an actual on-off switch, so then wherever you have the dial set to brightness wise, when you turn it off and then turn it back on, it'll be at the same brightness as before. Which again, that's not a big deal. That's kind of a first world bitching problem, I guess you could say. But it's just one of the ideas I thought of that would make this light even better. But I would give it a 10 out of 10 rating. I love it. I've only had it 2 days and I've used the piss out of it all day long, every day. So if you have any thoughts of getting this, I know it's a new light. I'm pretty sure that just came out. If you have any thoughts of getting this, you're not sure if you want to spend $110 on a light, do it. You will not regret it. It's an awesome light. Alright guys, I hope that was somewhat helpful. I know there's not a lot of Matco tool reviews out there, more negative than good, I guess. But that's mostly what I get at work, so that's mostly what I use. They seem to build tools better for our needs at work, I guess you could say, for what we do. So, and their price is usually a little cheaper than, say, Snap-on or Mac or anyone. But like I said, I've got more Matco tools than anything else, so a lot of my reviews will probably be on those. But I'm open to all tools. I've got all tools in my toolbox. I'm not discriminatory. I've got Harbor Freight up to Snap-on and Matco and everything like that. If it works, I use it. I don't give a shit about the name, as long as it does the job good. Obviously, if you find a tool, some of them will do them better than others. But when doing it professionally, that does kind of depict buying a tool or not. But like I said, I'm trying to get to those Harbor Freight tools. Reviews that you guys asked for, those will be out eventually. So don't get mad at me for making another video. I just figured I love this light. I just bought it. I'm in love with it. So I figured I'd put a review out there for you guys. It's a new light, so I figured there'd be some people out kind of on the fence of whether or not to buy it. And I would say do it. So if you guys have any questions, again, just comment. But also, I mean, rate, comment, subscribe, do whatever. I know I don't have a lot of followers, but kind of trying to get them up there. But like I said, I mean, I love the feedback from you guys. Like I said, I try to keep on responding to comments, and I think a lot of you guys have noticed that I do. But it also helps me know what you guys want to see. So I've learned a ton through YouTube, and I'm trying to return the favor now, pretty much.